Shalom. I'm Isaac. Back with another scriptural slashing on false prophets and false doctrines. And today, what we're going to get into is hypocrisy. And in this situation, we're talking about GMS. Okay? The satanic cult group that gets together on 34th and 7th every Saturday in Manhattan, in that prominent white shopping district, every week. Now they constantly get on another group called IUIC, for Israel United in Christ, or Israelites United in Christ, or whatever. Okay, the head of that group used to be the student of Vernon Brown, the leader of the satanic cult group known as GMS. Vernon Brown is the head, and he goes by Tahar. And then you have white boy Joey, and we know he's called by that name because his father's a white man, and he's in constant denial about that. But he goes by the name of Gabar, and he's second in command. Now these men are constantly in violation of Deuteronomy, the 1st chapter and the 17th verse. You can go ahead and read that scripture for yourselves. Okay? Now, we're going to get into and expose. We're going to get into hypocrisy, and we're going to expose the police, well, one of the police officers within the ranks of GMS. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad because they go on and on and on and about Nathaniel 7 being a police officer. They can't leave that alone. Oh, he's a high-ranking detective. He's going to start locking up men in his own congregation and all this madness. Well, I'm not going to call it, I won't call it madness. I'll just call it what it is. This is what Vernon Brown and all his flunkies are saying now, which is cool. You want to say that, no problem. But how about you address the police that's within your own ranks? How about that? This is Malachi 2 and 9. This is a backup to Deuteronomy 1 and 17. This is Malachi 2 and 9. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. But have been partial in the law. The GMS is guilty of that. They pick and choose when they want to enforce something, when they want to rebuke somebody. Prime example of that is GMS Seattle. Take a look at that sect of this cult group. But anyway, back to the hypocrisy of you having a policeman in your ranks, okay? And I know y'all want to know who that is. Well, it's this guy. In case you don't know who he is, this is Adam or Adama from the Boston sect of the cult group. And this guy is a policeman. Okay? This guy works for them. That's who he's having his coffee and donuts with in the morning. Well, I'm saying that as a figure of speech. Because, you know, this clown will jump on, oh, yeah, you're making false accusations. I don't eat donuts. I eat scones in the morning. And it's not coffee, it's a latte. You know, that's how GMS is. So I gotta say it correctly. But basically, he's a police officer. Alright? Straight up hypocrisy. Now, he'll tell you he's not a policeman. But he is. This is Proverbs 11 and 9. And hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. Alright? And Vernon, you are guilty of being a hypocrite. But I know what it is. You let this guy get away with that because them tithes are coming in good. That bailiff money is coming in good. And he's a proud flunky, this guy right here. He's a proud behind kisser. This guy right here. He feels like he is somebody. Because see, it's usually guys that become police officers that were nobodies. Now he feels like he's somebody. Okay? Looks like he's in a courtroom right now. But now he says, I'm not a cop, I'm a bailiff. This is according to what he'll tell you, okay? Well, according to legalcareers.com, they say otherwise. You're a liar, according to them. Bailiffs are law enforcement officers who play an important role in the courtroom. That's according to legalcareers.com. You can go research this information yourself. I'm not making this up. But see, hypocrisy, you call yourself a man of God, and you let buffoons like this get away with being cops. But nobody else can be a cop. Now, I'm not condoning being a policeman. I'm not saying you're wicked because you have a gun and a badge and that's the way you're feeding your family. Whatever. That's not the debate. That's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is hypocrisy. And Vernon's constantly talking about Nate being a cop. But why don't you get on this guy? He's got a gun and a badge. Let's go for some further information. Etymology.com. Let's read what it says under bailiff for etymology.com. Mid-13th century from Old French bailiff. Administrative official, deputy from Vulgar Latin. Bahulivus, official in charge of a castle, from Latin, bahulus, porter of unknown origin, used in Middle English of a public administrator of a district. Here we go. A chief officer of 100, or an officer under a sheriff. An officer under a sheriff, meaning you're a low-ranking policeman. A dama. Low-ranking policeman. That's why you never want to say anything about Nathaniel 7 being a cop. You change the subject real quick. I was there, Negro. Don't try to lie. I bring out Nate being a cop, and you shut the topic up real quick. Let me get Jeremiah 51 and 25. Totally change the subject up. I was there. Should be ashamed of yourself, man. But anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to touch on. Oh, and another thing this guy does, he's a big-time preacher. I know because when I was in this satanic cult group called GMS, I had the unlucky opportunity to be around this guy. So I know him. I know how he gets down. This is Proverbs 13 and 22. Because see, he preaches the bum doctrine hard. So I'm going to read this. Proverbs 13 and 22. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. And the wealth of the sinners, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. So that kills the bum doctrine altogether. That kills bum doctrine. You are supposed to make money and save money. Because GMS, they'll have you believing you're not supposed to be saving money. What you saving money for? But anyway, shalom.